Today we are going to start the last chapter of our syllabus, that is Life in the Desert, chapter 10. As in chapter 5, you have seen that water means life to plants, animals, and people. And it's difficult for anyone to live in places where there is no water to drink, where there is no grass for their cattle to feed on, and where there is no water to help the crops to grow. Means, you can say in nutshell, that three major things help in survival of any living organism on the earth surface. This is water, grass, and fertile soil. So we'll now learn about the places in the world where people have learned to cope with extreme harsh temperatures, in some places as hot as fire and some as cold as ice. These are the deserts areas of the world. Okay, and these are characterized by low rainfall, scanty vegetation, and extreme temperatures, be it very cold or very hot, as it is defined. Depending on the temperatures, there can be hot deserts or cold deserts. The people inhabit these lands where little water or wherever little water is available to practice agriculture. You know it very well that for our survival, we need to have food crops, then only we can survive. So here we can define the desert. It is an arid region characterized by extremely high or low temperatures and has scarce vegetation. जहाँ climatic conditions बहुत extreme होती हैं, या तो temperature बहुत ज़्यादा होता है या temperature बहुत लो होता है, और वहाँ vegetation की भी कमी होती है. So it is difficult for living organisms to survive in this kind of area, be it any living organism. Okay, first of all, we are going to start with the hot desert, that is Sahara. You can see on the map of the world and continent of Africa. Let us see first of all the continent of Africa. Yeah, see here. On this map, you can see that Sahara Desert has spread it over a large area of northwest, north, as well as eastern part of Africa. It covers the areas of Western Sahara, Morocco, Mauritania, Algeria, Mali, Niger, Chad, Libya, Egypt, Sudan, Eritrea, Djibouti, Somaliland. So many countries are covered by this hot desert in the continent of Africa. Okay, so you found that it has a huge area or a very big area, that is, it is very big area of Africa which is covered by a desert, and the area of this desert is around 8.54 million square kilometer. It's almost 2.5 times or 2.6 times bigger than India. The Sahara Desert touches 11 countries, as you can say, read out just a few minutes ago. These are Algeria, Chad, Egypt, Libya, Mali, Mauritania, Morocco, Niger, Sudan, Tunisia, and Western Sahara, including Djibouti, Eritrea, and Somaliland as well. When you think of a desert, the picture that immediately comes to your mind is that of sand. But besides the vast stretches of sands, the Sahara Desert is covered with, there are also gravel plains and elevated plateaus. You just note it down: gravel plains and elevated plateaus. Sahara Desert is covered gravels and elevated plateaus. Bare rocky surface. As you can see through this picture, you see in this picture, this is not that picture which we assume or which we imagine. Rather, it's a bit different. It has hard surface, You can see salt on the top layer or as the top layer of the surface, and you can see certain bare plateaus as well. These are the bare plateaus which are seen over here. Okay, these are bare plateaus, and at the same time you see this area. This is not sand, rather this is a hard surface. Okay, so these rocky surfaces may be more than 2500-meter high at some places. So in the areas of we can say this harsh climate, in the area of this harsh climate, the surface might be very high, like we have mountains in mountains of Himalayas or Vindhyachal or Satpura. Likewise, we have mountains in the desert areas as well. But here the basic difference is of vegetation. So vegetation cover is missing, almost missing over here. Only a few trees or bushes can be seen in the desert of Sahara. Okay, as you see in the picture. Chali, next move is next move is what is hanged. Yes. You will be surprised to know that present day Sahara once used to be a lush green plain. Cave paintings in Sahara Desert show that there used to be rivers with crocodiles, elephants, lions, giraffes, ostriches, sheep, cattle, and goats were common animals. But the change in climate has changed it to a very hot and dry region. As you might have discussed with in the class earlier as well, the desert areas today were less green areas of yesterday because of ever increasing population and indiscriminate use of natural resources, especially cutting off trees and contamination of water has resulted in the formation of deserts. As you see in India as well, the Thar desert is moving towards western part of UP. This is called the process of desertification because ever increasing population is requiring more and more land, and we have to cut the trees to meet out the requirement of the land. So undoubtedly in the years to come, this western part of India might be part of Thar desert India. Okay, so this process of desertification is due to certain natural calamities as well as human interferences in the ways of nature. Okay, let us move further. Now, the climate of Sahara Desert. The climate of Sahara Desert is scorching hot and parts dry. It's very hot and dry. And the rainy season is very short in this part of the world. Obviously, the sky is very clear and cloudless because there is no symptom of moisture. There is no water bodies in the desert. Hardly there is any water body from where the moisture can be picked up by the moving air. Here the moisture evaporates faster than it accumulates, means the rate of precipitation is much more less than the rate of evaporation. मतलब कि बारिश कम होती है, evaporation ज़्यादा होता है हाई टेम्परेचर की वजह से. Days are unbelievably hot. The temperature during the day may soar as high as 50 degrees Celsius. You simply just imagine a land where temperature during the day may be 50 you can say degrees Celsius, 50 degrees Celsius. Okay, and it heats up the sand and heats up the sand and the bare rocks in its surrounding area, and you know it very well through conduction. The things are heated, or the objects are heated. One, you can say, the movement or the transfer of heat from one object to another object takes place till both the objects acquire the same temperature. So, because of that high temperature, everything in coming its contact is heated. Okay, so it this heat is then radiated back or radiated in the surrounding area and making everything around hot. And the most surprising thing is that the night temperature on the same day might be freezing cold with a temperature nearing 0 degrees Celsius. So this is most amazing thing, that on the same day you have two types of temperature. One is extremely hot and another is extremely cold. The diurnal range of temperature. The diurnal range of temperature. डायरनल समझते हैं, DIURN. No, it's better to type it. I type it here. Diurnal range of temperature. Diurnal range of temperature means temperature on daily basis. Everyday temperature range means difference between highest and lowest temperature of the day. So the diurnal range of temperature is around 50 degrees Celsius. So you can easily imagine what will happen to the people living in that area where temperature during the day might be 50 degrees Celsius, and on the same day at night it is around 0 degrees Celsius. So it itself shows that the life living in those areas, or the life of the people living in Sahara Desert, is very tough, very difficult, and they have adopted to survive in that kind of area. One information is shared with you. Do you know Al Ajizia in the Sahara Desert, south of Tripoli, Libya? Tripoli is capital city of Libya country. So in Sahara Desert, south of Tripoli, Libya recorded the highest temperature of 57.7 degrees Celsius in 1922. So you can very well imagine what would have happened to the people living in that area where the temperature was just around 58 degrees Celsius. So that might have been definitely a very bad day for the people living in that area. Okay, now let us start with the flora and fauna. Flora and fauna, that is type of vegetation and living organisms found in that area. Vegetation in Sahara Desert includes cactus. Cactus is a plant of cacti family in which the small bushes type trees are grown with a lot of thorns on its stem or leaves. Date palms and acacia. In some places there are oases. Oasis means the area where you can have small amount of water, and around that small amount of water, lot of trees are grown like palms and dates, and people start living surrounding that area. Okay, so in some places there are oases, green islands with date palms surrounding them. Camels, hyenas, jackals, foxes, scorpions, and many varieties of snakes and lizards are important or prominent animal species of this area or lying there. Okay, you can see the picture of this Sahara Desert, or this oasis in Sahara Desert. Here some amount of water is found, Actually, some water, you can say, or some amount of water is available there due to the removal of sand by the moving air. Air keeps on moving sand from certain area, and under that surface water is available. That water comes to the ground where palm trees or dates are grown, and people start living along with that oasis. Okay. One more information is shared. Do you know scientists have actually found skeletons of fish in this desert? What would have happened? Undoubtedly, there might have been some natural calamity, or at the same time, the interference of human nature or interference of human in the nature might have resulted or has resulted in this kind of landforms. Okay. Next topic is people. So we are going to start the people in Sahara Desert. The Sahara Desert, despite its harsh climate, has been inhabited by various groups of people who pursue different activities. Among them are the Bedouins and Tuaregs. These groups are nomadic tribes, rearing livestock such as goats, sheep, camels, and horses. You know it very well that nomadic tribes are the people, or nomadics are the people who keep on moving in search of water and you can say fodder crops along with their cattle, be it goat or sheep, camel or horses. These animals provide them with milk, hides, from which they make leather for belts, sleepers, water bottles, and hair is used for mats, carpets, clothes, and blankets. They wear heavy robes as protection against dust storms and hot winds. You might be asked a question, what kind of clothes the people of Sahara Desert wear? So your answer must be very simple. They wear heavy robes as protection against climatic conditions, that is dust storms and hot winds, because they are very heavy and normally made up of leather or skin of the animals like camel. So this kind of heavy robes protect them or help them protecting themselves against dust storms and hot winds. The oasis in the Sahara and the Nile Valley in Egypt supports a settled population. Means people live in settled population, settled settlements or permanent settlements along with the oasis. Since water is available, the people grow date palms and crops such as rice, wheat, barley, and beans are also grown. Egyptian cotton, it is famous worldwide for their long, you can say, fiber. It is one of the best cotton in the world. Is also grown in Sahara Desert. The discovery of oil, a product in great demand throughout the world. You know it very well. These days, our life is run with the help of oil. Wherever you can think of, or whatever you can think of, or wherever you need to have development, you need to have mineral oil to move your vehicles, to run your machines or industries. So it is in great demand these days. In Algeria, Libya, and Egypt is constantly transforming the Sahara Desert. So great amount of oil is available in Algeria, Libya, and Egypt, and their life of Sahara Desert is constantly transforming. Other minerals of importance that are found in the areas include iron, phosphorus, manganese, and uranium as well. Okay, the cultural landscape of the Sahara is undergoing change. Gleaming glass cased office buildings tower over mosques and superhighways crisscrosses the ancient camel paths. Trucks are replacing camels in the salt trade. Tuaregs are seen acting as guides to foreign tourists. More and more nomadic herdsmen are taking to city life, finding jobs in oil and gas operations. So you can say simply the life is changing not slowly, rather abruptly, very fast. You see, in a lot of Middle East countries have developed even better than Europe or other countries of USA or North America. There you can see multi-story buildings, super highways, malls, glamorous everywhere. So do you know depressions are formed when the wind blows away the sands formed when the wind blows away the sands in the depressions where underground water reaches the surface and oasis is formed. These areas are fertile and people may settle around these water bodies and grow date palms. Okay, they can grow date palms and other crops. Sometimes the oasis may be abnormally large. Okay, one such oasis in Morocco is a large oasis with an area of around 13,000 square kilometer, and its name is Tafila Let. Okay, so Tafila Let oasis in Morocco is around 13,000 square kilometer of area. It's very big in size. Okay, so this is all about Sahara Desert. In the next video, we'll be discussing about the cold desert, that is Ladakh. Till then, good day. Bye bye.